Hi little sprouts, I'm going to walk you through the steps to make this gingerbread man drawing. It's a nice and easy Christmas craft, or you can make a gingerbread any time of the year. So let's get started. What you're going to want to start with is a blank piece of paper, and you're going to it's called hot dog style. That means it's lengthwise, it's going longwise. And you're going to use a pencil. I'm going to use a black marker just so it shows up a little bit better for you to see. Now, if any of my steps are going too fast, just pause me until you catch up. And remember, yours might not look exactly like mine. That's okay. The beauty of drawing is that it's unique to each person. So, let me just walk you through here. We're going to first start with the head, so you can kind of visualize where the head is on here. Then we'll do the arms. Then we'll add a little body and then come down and do the legs. That's the order in which we're going to draw them, okay? So, for the head is a nice round shape. It is up close to the top, but we don't want to close it in. That means you want to leave it open. So kind of where the neck should be, that is going to be left open, okay? Now we're going to come over and we're going to do the arms. Now gingerbread arms are just round, long pieces that stick out from his head. Okay, so see this first open part? We're just going to come out, curve around, come back in. Don't go all the way in, okay? Just kind of stop when you've reached kind of by where his head is. Now we're going to go back over and repeat that exact same step. So come down to where the head ends, go out, around, back in. All right, so we're done with his head and his arms. Now his body just kind of comes down a little bit. So from the arms, just go down a little bit. Don't need to make the part too big, because actually the biggest part of the gingerbread is his legs. And he needs those big long legs because remember, he runs very fast. So after you've come down from the body, now we're going to do the legs. And you can see the legs are the same shape as the arms, kind of just this rounded shape, but the legs are much longer and bigger. So you want to come out a little bit, kind of slide down, curve around, and come back up. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So come to where his body ends, slide down, curve around, come back up. Now if yours are like mine and they don't meet, all you need to do is to connect those two legs like that. So there's our basic gingerbread man shape. Now's for the fun part. You can decorate him however you would like. Doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but here's how I chose to do mine. Okay, so in his head, I went and drew two round eyes, and I made them circles. I was thinking maybe they could be made out of chocolate chips, because remember, the gingerbread man has candies that decorate him. Then I just added a simple smile with a crescent shape going up like that. Okay, now I added a bow tie to my gingerbread. If you would like this to be a gingerbread girl, you could add the bow to the top of her head right here. If you want it to be a boy like mine, you could add it to the middle. You draw a bow the same way, regardless if you put it on the head or right here on the neck. Okay, but you start with a circle like that, right in the middle where his little neck area is. Then you make kind of a sideways heart shape on either side of the circle. So you go out, in, out, in. See how that's kind of a sideways heart? Do it again on the other side. Out, in, out, in. And like I said, that bow could easily go up here. Now his buttons. Usually he has some sort of candy buttons, maybe gumdrops, maybe peppermints, maybe Skittles or M&Ms. But we're going to draw some round circle buttons. I'm drawing 3. If you'd like to draw more, go for it. Now gingerbread men always are decorated with some yummy frosting. So these little squiggly lines right here on his arms and legs, that's his frosting. So all I did is I started at one edge of the arm and I made little wavy line going all the way to the other side of the arm. Then close to that line, I made another wavy line. That's one little strip of frosting. Then I leave a little space, still on the top of his arm, squiggle down to the bottom of his arm, and do it again. Okay, so that's his frosting. We're going to come over to this arm. We're going to do the same thing. Start at the top, make your little squiggly line down to the bottom, close to it. There we go. Now leave a little space for the next frosting line. Okay, and if you only want to put one frosting line on each arm, that's okay. Now I'm going to come down and I'm going to do it to the legs. Now this time I have to start like over here on the leg and work my way this way. Same idea as the arms though. And I'm going to do 2 frosting lines on each leg. Now maybe you want your gingerbread man or girl to be super fancy and you want to make them an outfit. You could make them pants, you could make them a shirt, you could put them in a little Santa hat. There are so many fun things you could do with this gingerbread. Now let's talk about how I colored my gingerbread because I really like this style of drawing and coloring. It kind of makes the colors pop. So what I did first was I used a brown crayon to color in the whole gingerbread. You could use crayon, colored pencil. Both of those would work really well for that step. Then I took a brown marker and I outlined my gingerbread. See how that kind of makes him just really pop out of the paper? Then I did all of my decorations, all of my candies and everything in colors with markers. So you could choose many different colors. I went for a variety, but you could go all Christmassy colors, or maybe your favorite color is blue and you want him to have all different blue decorations. But if you do them in marker over the crayon or colored pencil, then his decorations will really pop off the paper. Good luck with your gingerbread, boys!